At a town hall meeting this Tuesday, the Mount Hope City Council addressed a letter from the U.S. Department of Agriculture that could halt plans for a new RV park on flood buyout land. Newswatch's Jonathan Switzerland was there and has that story.
This Tuesday at Mount Hope City Hall meeting, many concerned citizens attended for an update on the town's contentious plans to build an RV park on flood buyout land in Bailey's Bottom. The elephant in the room, a letter sent to the city of Mount Hope on July 7th from the USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service. The NRCS wanted to remind the city that the purpose of the buyout program is to restore floodplains to natural conditions. The letter explicitly stated that installation of an RV park would not be allowed under the federal program, as it would be considered developed recreation and likely violate many of the program's restrictions. Mayor Kessinger said the town was blindsided by the letter, but Councilwoman Patricia Connolly said they knew about the NRCS's restrictions since the project's conception over a decade ago.
The angst this project has caused to the most affected property owners and citizens cannot be understated and would have been avoided entirely if there had been transparency and a willingness to follow the guidelines which have been in effect since the Dunlop Creek project ended in 2014.
The letter raises questions about how the town will pay for engineering work that has already been done and about federal funding for other town projects like the creek restoration.
Under HUD Regulation 24 CFR 5822, cities cannot commit HUD or non-HUD funds nor undertake activities prior to completion of the environmental clearance. The penalty can result in cancellation of federal funding for the project. If HUD will not permit funds to be used for costs incurred already, then who is responsible for payment? I am requesting that a formal independent investigation be held to review the full evolution of these projects to determine if there was a deliberate misleading of facts in order to obtain federal grants, or whether it was by sheer incompetence that we are now faced with this current situation.
The NRCS letter wasn't a coincidence. Connolly applauded the many citizens who did their research, wrote letters, and made phone calls to government agencies to shed light on the Bailey's Bottom project.
You did your due diligence and may have protected the city from potential disaster. I also want to remind citizens that if anyone feels they are being targeted or retaliated against, this is a violation of your First Amendment right and an abuse of power.
Connolly made an official motion to relocate the park. Despite the statement from federal government, the council voted nay 3-2 in the roll call vote, wanting to avoid a hasty decision and take the next month or longer to consider all options.
You have to take time to make a decision like that. And this just happened a very few days ago. If it's going to be reversed, it takes time to do that sort of thing. And I don't think that anybody should be held accountable for that. If they're trying to help this town, I think that they should be commended.
When asked how the project could proceed in Bailey's Bottom, Mayor Kessinger said he's not sure whether there can be an RV park anymore, but the city hopes to figure it out.
That's the question. That's the question we're working through right now, and what our options are from this point.
Also discussed was $788,000 awarded from HUD for the restoration of Mount Hope's football stadium, which the town will have to stretch wisely before Greater Beckley Christian School's upcoming football season.
We've got a lot to discuss. There's a lot of conversations happening, and that will continue to happen over the course of the next month.
Reporting from Mount Hope for Newswatch 4, I'm Jonathan Switzerland.